By far, the most embarrassing thing for Disney right now, besides pretending nobody noticed their endless remakes, is how they're handling the damage control around the new Snow White movie.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
Let's be honest, calling the movie's box office performance underwhelming would be an insult to underwhelming things everywhere. Even critics who once had their Disney-themed pom-poms ready are quietly stuffing them into closets and turning their backs on Mickey Mouse and co. Honestly, good for them. Because the issues with this movie run deeper than any so-called agenda. The real villain here is a dull storyline that even Sleeping Beauty couldn't sleep through. But before we get started with this whole drama, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the latest surrounding Hollywood. Now, speaking of Bob Iger, or as I affectionately call him, Bob Liger, because he's practically lying through his teeth every time he opens his mouth, this man has a talent. And that talent is pretending everything's fine while Disney burns behind him. He's basically the "this is fine" meme in CEO form. Remember, Bob plans to jump ship by 2026, so right now he's desperate to keep everything looking smooth, even if he has to twist reality into a pretzel. Bob's latest act? Defending Snow White with more passion than the prince showed the original princess. He's doubling down, claiming critics are the ones pushing agendas. That's rich, Bob. Pretty sure Disney has been rolling out their own agenda like a magic carpet since around 2015. No offense, Aladdin. Back then, he addressed criticisms surrounding the company's recent film releases, including the live-action remake of Snow White. In a 2023 conference, Iger emphasized that Disney's primary mission is to entertain audiences, stating, "We have to entertain first. It's not about messages."
I love what you said about wanting to entertain audiences, critics saying Disney's too woke, but you're just putting out storytelling.
We are. Look, I don't really like the term woke because I think it's an umbrella term that I'm not 100% sure I even know what it means, and one could argue that sometimes it's used too liberally. That said, our primary purpose is to entertain, and where we can entertain responsibly, obviously we try to do that. We try to have a positive impact on the world, but the first thing we need to do is entertain.
This statement reflects Iger's intent to steer Disney away from political controversies and focus on storytelling that resonates with a broad audience. However, despite these efforts, the Snow White remake has been embroiled in various controversies, including casting choices and the film's thematic direction, leading to mixed reviews and debates among critics and audiences alike. There was no way around it. The drama with this movie was inevitable. But this is what happens when you try to be politically correct all the time. DEI was probably one of the worst things that could have happened in the company, and it is backfiring in real time. Now that Trump is in office, the whole woke culture is starting to slowly die out. It's almost like Bob is saying, "Please ignore reality. Everything is fine, I swear." Bob insists Disney welcomes criticism, just not politically motivated critiques. Well, Bob, I'd believe that if your company wasn't already the star quarterback of playing politics and entertainment. Who remembers when Elon Musk told Bob to go f*** himself? It was pretty funny hearing those words come out of Elon.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f*** yourself. But go f*** yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
I didn't think he had it in him to go against the grain, but I was proven wrong when he started to allow free speech on X. The whole free speech thing is debatable, but that's a whole different rabbit hole that I don't want to get into right now. Going back to the drama, Bob claimed that Snow White will be financially successful based on their metrics. Bob, what metrics? Are these the same metrics that told you The Marvels would outperform Endgame, or that The Acolyte was a great idea? If so, maybe recalibrate those magic crystal balls you've been using. I honestly can't remember the last time I enjoyed watching a Disney movie without thinking to myself, what the hell is this?
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
I've seen the reviews, and I can confidently say that I will not be watching this new Snow White movie. Bob accuses critics of the exact same thing Disney's marketing has mastered for years. Irony level, maximum. He also threw in, At Disney, we value entertaining stories, not ideologies or culture wars, which doesn't make sense at all. Disney hasn't just dipped a toe into culture wars, they've cannonballed right into them from the highest diving board available. But look, it's not just Disney facing box office woes. Warner Brothers recently took a massive L with Alto Knights, featuring Robert De Niro, though to be fair, Snow White could still manage to bomb worse than Dumbo did, making Disney the reigning champs of cinematic flops. At this point, Dumbo might actually look like a financial masterpiece. Robert De Niro has also had a rough time recently because of the recent election. Not too many people were on his side when he tried to badmouth Trump. He seems to have this weird obsession with punching Trump in the face because he claims Trump is the worst person in the world to ever be president.
I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face.
Anyways, Bob wraps up his grand narrative by urging people to ignore the noise. Easy for him to say when he's wearing noise-canceling headphones paid for by shareholders.
Hello, and welcome to our annual shareholder meeting, and thanks for being with us today. One of the best aspects of my job is getting the chance to visit many of the places our people work, seeing and hearing about their exciting projects, and watching them create the magic that thrills people the world over.
He calls criticism disingenuous and inflammatory, yet ironically encourages people to make the right choice and see the movie. Very subtle, Bob. You know what's especially funny? Snow White has existed for over 100 years. First by the Brothers Grimm, then the iconic 1937 Disney film that literally built Disney's empire. Now, ironically, this new version might be the film that topples it. Disney disrespecting their own legacy and the Brothers Grimm simultaneously. Now that's efficiency. But let's take a moment and appreciate Bob's consistency. He consistently avoids accountability better than Elsa avoids facing her problems. Let it go, Bob. Seriously. This man has been CEO twice, and both times he's managed to be the poster child for corporate denial. Remember when Bob Chapek came in as CEO? Poor guy didn't even unpack before Bob Iger was practically at the door, ready to reclaim his office chair. Bob Iger, with his carefully crafted PR statements, is essentially telling everyone, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, as if he's pulling some Wizard of Oz trickery. Unfortunately for him, the audience sees right through it. And Disney fans aren't falling for these magic acts anymore. They're waking up to the fact that the company that once brought joy, wonder, and groundbreaking animation now seems more invested in lectures than laughter. In conclusion, Bob Iger scapegoating critics and waving away valid criticism like it's pixie dust is exactly why he's earning himself the title worst CEO ever. He makes Bob Chapek look like Walt Disney himself, and that's saying something. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Disney's going down a rabbit hole even Alice wouldn't venture into? If you guys liked today's video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.